In Ducati's world, the Panigale represents the ultimate expression of the brand. And when it comes to the ultimate Panigale, the R model takes the crown. Following last year's refresh of the Panigale V4 R, Ducati now unveils the highly anticipated 2026 Panigale V4 R. Traditionally, the V4 R has been Ducati's homologation special, a machine built as the direct link between showroom and racetrack. With World Superbike capping 4-cylinder displacement at 1000 cc, the V4 R exists so Ducati can compete and win at the highest level. For 2026, the R evolves even closer to its MotoGP counterparts, carrying features never before seen on a production motorcycle. Ducati is known for trickling down race technology more aggressively than anyone else, and the new V4 R is proof. At its heart is the 998cc Desmosedici Stradale R, now sporting lighter cast aluminum pistons with DLC coating that shave 5.1% of weight versus the previous version. They're paired with gun-drilled titanium connecting rods, shot-peened for strength, and a crankshaft with increased rotational inertia to smooth delivery and improve manageability before electronics step in. Exhaust cams feature longer duration profiles for a more complete burn, while secondary injectors have been repositioned closer to the throttle bodies to improve airflow. A redesigned front air intake, co-developed with Ducati Corse, enhances ram air effect for an additional 1.3 horsepower at speed, and a new high-flow air filter reduces pressure drop compared to paper filters. The result: a broader torque curve and more refined throttle response. Riders overseas will experience the engine's full potential, a claimed 218 horsepower at 15,750 revolutions per minute and 84.5 pounds-to-foot of torque at 12,000 revolutions per minute. In North America, however, output is limited to 208.4 horsepower at 13,250 revolutions per minute and 83.7 pounds-to-foot at 12,000 revolutions per minute. But since the R is designed with racing in mind, Ducati and Akrapovic have created a track-only exhaust with dual underseat silencers, unlocking 235 horsepower while cutting 14.5 pounds. Push it even further with Ducati Corse Performance Oil, and peak output climbs to 239 horsepower. Perhaps the most jaw-dropping stat is the red line. Ducati claims 16,000 revolutions per minute in most gears, with 6th gear stretching to 16,500 revolutions per minute. For perspective, Kawasaki's ZX4RR, with its tiny 57mm pistons, doesn't even reach that ceiling. The fact that Ducati's 81mm bore V4 can spin that high highlights the extraordinary lightness and engineering of its internals. Whether North American models will share that same rev limit remains uncertain at this time. While aerodynamic wings are now a familiar sight, the V4 R is the first production bike to introduce corner sidepods. Debuting in MotoGP back in 2021, these pods create downforce specifically at lean angles, complementing the standard winglets that generate downforce in a straight line. By increasing grip mid-corner, they allow the bike to hold tighter lines with greater confidence. Paired with the larger wings introduced on the 2025 Panigale V4, capable of producing up to 13.2 pounds of downforce at 186 miles per hour, the package delivers improved stability under braking, sharper cornering precision, and stronger drive on exit. The chassis remains rooted in Ducati's 7th-generation Panigale architecture, featuring the front frame and hollow symmetrical swing arm. Compared to the 2022 Panigale V4, this setup reduces lateral stiffness by 35% at the front and 40% at the rear, courtesy of the double-sided swing arm. Unlike the V4S, which relies on semi-active suspension, the R opts for fully mechanical O-Lins hardware, an NPX 25/30 fork and TTX 36 shock, prioritizing consistency over automatic adjustment. A new SD20 steering damper provides even finer levels of control. As you'd expect from a homologation special, adjustability is extensive. The swing arm pivot offers 4 positions, and rear ride height can be altered via the linkage tie rod. Ducati has expanded the adjustment range from 0.5 inches on the previous R to 1.27 inches on the new model. To aid data-driven riders, the chassis is also prepared for a linear suspension travel sensor that integrates with the Ducati data logger, enabling professional-grade telemetry. Another first for a production bike is the Ducati Racing Gearbox, DRG. Borrowed directly from Superbikes and MotoGP, it places neutral below first gear, eliminating the risk of slipping into neutral between first and second under heavy braking. To back this up, Ducati's Neutral Lock, DNL, requires the rider to pull a lever on the right handlebar to engage neutral. The result: quicker, cleaner shifts and more predictable engine braking exactly when precision matters most. Braking is handled by new Brembo High Pure calipers paired with 330mm discs, engineered for better heat dissipation and more consistent performance over extended sessions. The forged aluminum wheels can be swapped for lighter carbon units from the Ducati Performance catalog, while Pirelli Diablo Super Corse SP V4 tires come standard for street use. For racing, the chassis is homologated to accept the same slick tire sizes used in World SBK. Electronics also see an upgrade with Ducati's latest Vehicle Observer (DVO) algorithm, which fine-tunes traction, wheelie, and engine braking control. A new race brake control system allows riders to use the rear brake more aggressively at lean, enabling deeper braking into corners with MotoGP-like precision. The familiar 6.9-inch TFT display returns, now with a grip meter function that provides real-time traction feedback. This feature only works with slicks or rain tires, but it gives racers clearer insight into available grip. Small ergonomic changes further enhance control at the limit. The foot pegs are tucked 10 mm closer for better leverage, while the reshaped tank and seat provide more support under braking and help riders maintain either a tight tuck or a stable hang-off position mid-corner. The 2026 Ducati Panigale V4 R will launch in March 2026, priced at $49,995 in the US, just under World Superbike's updated price cap of €44,000, roughly $52,000. Each machine will be built in a numbered series, with its name and serial number etched on the steering plate. Though its updates may seem incremental on paper, the V4R demonstrates Ducati's relentless commitment to filtering MotoGP technology into its road-going superbikes.